One thing all learners have in common is where they begin. Learning begins at home, exploring and sensing new things every day as a baby and toddler. And it continues with the formal education process in pre-K, kindergarten, and into secondary education. We begin to form a sense of self extremely early, and we know that children whose parents, family, and community are involved in their journey have more opportunities for success. When we consider the K-12 years of education, we see the critical importance of keeping the learner, parent, and teacher connected to enable the success of the learner. The K-12 experience is where education begins. Over the past year, Blackboard has shifted and expanded our portfolio for K-12 with the acquisition of ParentLink and SchoolWires, and we are so excited to present a new learning experience for K-12. When you take our strong teaching and learning solutions and combine them with the best-in-class district-branded native app, responsive web presence, and mass notification capabilities, a new experience emerges. The connection between the parent, teacher, and students sets up learners for success. Let me show you how this comes alive. This is Bruce, also known as Alyssa, Brad, and Christine's dad. As a working father, he's constantly trying to juggle what's going on at home, at work, his kids' activities, and most importantly, keeping up with how they are doing in school. Like most families, the morning is a rush. In the morning, Bruce quickly checks ParentLink. First, he checks the lunch menu to see how many lunches he needs to pack. Pizza. Great, they all like pizza. He's also going to check Alyssa's bus route since she has 2 stops. He needs to make sure she goes to the right one this morning. While he's here, he also noticed that Alyssa has a library balance. Thankfully, there's a picture of the book covers here so he can help her find it before heading out for school this morning. This is ParentLink, a native mobile app branded as the district that brings together more systems than any other app, providing parents with a single experience with all the information they need. Notice that none of the information Bruce used this morning came from SIS or any other system. It came from 3 different systems, but he just used this one simple app. ParentLink integrates all the information parents need to get involved, even with multiple children going to different schools. About the time Bruce is settled at work, he gets his daily text message confirming that Alyssa made it to school. Her school is the first to start of his 3 kids. It's always a comfort to see that notice come in. We've integrated our world-class mass notification system to provide reliable notifications to parents in a variety of modes, from push notifications to text messages to social media and more. Now let's follow the day with Alyssa. At school, Alyssa has fun learning with technology in a variety of ways. This morning, her teacher used Collaborate to virtually bring in one of the classroom parents who told the class all about what it's like to be a biochemical engineer, and she even showed the kids around her lab. The new experience in Blackboard Collaborate is beautiful, simple, entirely web-based, and designed specifically for education. In the afternoon, Alyssa did a web quest. Her teacher set it up in Moodle rooms. Alyssa explored digital resources and physical resources in the classroom to learn more about biology. With the new responsive design of Blackboard Collaborate and Moodle rooms, schools with programs like Bring Your Own Device, or one-on-one tablets or Chromebooks can easily use the content and activities in the LMS while they are in the classroom for great blended learning experiences. We are bringing native and responsive experiences to everything we do because we know that's how many devices are used every day. Devices in the classroom, in their pockets, and shared devices at home. Classroom and school content need to be always available. Before heading home from work, Bruce gets an email from Alyssa's teacher. Alyssa is really getting excited about science at school, and she hopes to see him tomorrow at the science fair. When he arrives home, Bruce always likes to quickly check the latest on ParentLink. It always makes those dinner conversations about what happened in school today easier. There's the info about the science fair. He's planning on attending because Alyssa is really excited about her project, so he adds it to his personal calendar. He taps into her class information and can see how she's performing at school. Wow, her teacher is right. She's really doing great in science. ParentLink seamlessly integrates grades and other student information from every major K-12 SIS, again, providing parents with that single point of entry to their child's information. Now let's stop for a moment. What just happened? Alyssa has been taking ownership of her own learning. and her teacher and parents are now aligned on how she's doing so they can better support her. The next day, Bruce gets to go to the science fair, and he's so proud. Of course, he takes some pictures of Alyssa's project and tweets about it. Social media is a real component of the conversation that schools and districts can have with parents and the rest of the community. We know that communities are more supportive of schools that engage in social media, and Blackboard helps districts get in that conversation. Not just on the district's Facebook or Twitter page, but in the conversation around them. That night, Mom and Dad try to keep the excitement they saw at the science fair going. Talk about the science fair has been all day, through the dinner, and into evening. They want to take a look at what types of extracurricular activities are going to be available in the school next year. They all take a look at the district website and the website for her elementary school to see what types of activities might be available. SchoolWires allows districts and schools to communicate via a beautiful responsive web interface, providing rich information and engagement to families and the community. Alyssa gets really excited about seeing a robotics club. With great websites like these, they don't have to wait a moment to get started. She can sign up immediately. But it's not just about what's happening next year. With all the insights Alyssa's parents have from her teacher, her performance in school, and her recent interests, they can encourage her to think about what it might mean to use science when she grows up, from being an engineer to being a chef. Being engaged means they are able to help set her up for all kinds of opportunities. Connecting the parent, teacher, and learner in meaningful ways through beautifully designed experiences and seamless workflows provide more opportunities for learner success than ever before. This is the new learning experience for K-12. Again, it's where education begins. Alyssa is ready for a lifetime of learning. The key to this new learning experience is in adoption and integration. In order to engage with parents and the community, they have to be able to find you. That's why we deliver this experience through district and school branding. Parents can easily find it, and districts can communicate effectively. As for the information, we aren't talking about parent views for each product. That just creates a mess for parents to try to understand. We're talking about a single experience for parents and community members that pulls together all the information they need across the many systems that are used in the district. Again, both the academic information that may come from things like an LMS or an SIS, as well as activities like transportation, library, or sports, or more. In fact, that's where we'll be focusing as we continue to innovate with this, bringing even greater integrations both between Blackboard products as well as with other systems that are used at the district, from class content to bus information. At Blackboard, we think about reimagining education. That means we have to start at the beginning, in K-12. For learners in K-12, we know that they want to own their learning. And we know that they have the greatest opportunity for success when their parents, the community, and their teachers are involved. That means it's not just about a single moment in the learning experience. It's about creating a connection that includes the classroom but doesn't stop there. After all, learning continues outside the walls of the classroom. Alyssa has a lot of opportunity in front of her with the support of her family and school. She is nearing the end of her high school career and is preparing for the next step in her educational journey. For the next step in her education, Alyssa is focusing on nursing and medical technology programs. Real-world experience is very important, so she needs a program that will have flexible options in her field of study. She was overwhelmed by all of her choices. Even though it's farther from home, she chose Monument University because it seemed to care about her interest and it aligned with her preferences. Thus far, her experience with Monument has been very smooth. They seem to have anticipated all of her questions and have proactively reached out to help her understand and complete the financial aid forms. For her second semester, her attendance records, as well as her grades, validated her financial aid status. The mobile attendance trackers in class made this easy for her instructors and saved hours of instructional time. Between work and school, Alyssa has a lot on her plate. Her first semester was a bit rocky, but with the help of her advisor, she was able to create and stick to a plan. When it was time to enroll for her second semester, she lost track of the deadlines. She was lucky that the school reached out to her to finalize her re-enrollment. She is now ready for her second semester. This example illustrates how Blackboard Services helped Monument identify new student segments and attract Alyssa through personalized communications. Blackboard proactively nurtured Alyssa through academic and administrative hurdles so that she could continue on a path toward success. Along that path to success, Alyssa will encounter numerous instructors and mentors who will help guide her. Today, we're going to introduce you to Dr. Beth Carlson. Beth is currently teaching 2 sections of Introduction to Biology. Here we are in the original course view. Monument University has enabled Ultra, and Beth has decided that the new design suits her instructional needs and her students' preferences. Beth can easily preview and ultimately convert her course. When we created the Ultra experience, we wanted to ensure that the process of moving to Ultra was easy and safe. It's not a new LMS, it's a new experience. Change management and course conversion were part of our design process from the beginning. Within the course, Dr. Carlson is able to easily scroll through the outline to get a quick view of the structure of her course. Instructors have the flexibility to determine the course structure, whether it is unit-based, week-based, or something else. In our example, Dr. Carlson has organized her content by week. This outline view flattens the structure, making it easy to understand how it is constructed. This allows her to easily navigate. This is also true for the student. Students have a common navigation paradigm across their courses. This consistency also eases anxiety and builds confidence. As Beth continues to prep her course, she remembers that last year, students were unclear about a particular assignment. In Ultra, she is able to start a conversation right within the context of the assignment to clarify and encourage students to ask questions. She enjoys and welcomes settings where students have the opportunity to answer each other's questions. Students have become accustomed to the concept of conversations on content. Comments, questions, and peer engagement all create topical clarity and a sense of community, which we all know is a leading factor in student engagement. The traditional discussion board is still available and great for formal grading and discussions, but informal conversations have an important place in the new learning experience. With that said, instructors do have the ability to turn off conversations. Dr. Carlson can easily make other changes to the course. She can add external links, edit assignments, upload various documents, and organize her work into a simple folder structure. She can easily add a new folder and discussion directly into the existing structure. This discussion is displayed directly within the context of the course content page. The flow and ease of creating and organizing content is key to the new learning experience. So is responsive design. Here is a scenario where those concepts come together. Beth would like to add a study guide that will help with that assignment she added earlier. Here, the interface responds appropriately, and we can simply drag and drop the study guide. By improving efficiency for the instructor to create and administer the course, they can focus on more important interactions with their students. Now that the course is set up, let's see how Alyssa interacts with it. It comes as no surprise that Alyssa is going to most frequently interact with the course through her iPhone. Historically, Blackboard provided a separate mobile application for each product or capability. We have changed our strategy to design mobile applications for the persona, not the capability, whether that is the student, instructor, or parent. A persona app strategy allows us to deliver the right capability for the right user at the right time. And the way we are delivering these capabilities is cohesive, relevant, simple, and elegant. The overall experience moves us way beyond just utility. Just consider this. The iPhone doesn't come with a user manual, so mobile experience must be drop-dead simple given the limited screen real estate and user expectations. BB Student is built to support both Learn 9.1 and the Ultra course view. Let's go ahead and take a look at what Alyssa experiences on her mobile phone. A big part of Ultra is providing relevant information to learners right at their fingertips. The stream is curated just for Alyssa, so she can identify upcoming events and due dates. The most important information for Alyssa, the information that needs her attention now, is always presented at the top. Apps like Twitter and Instagram have conditioned today's students to passively consume smartly curated content in the form of a stream or feed. The idea of navigating in and out of folders to understand the latest updates is absolutely foreign to this audience. That's why our app's home screen is a stream that helps students immediately understand what's new and what's due. She taps on an announcement to view the course outline and browse through the content. With one swipe, she can quickly jump back up to see where she is in the course, but also the base navigation. Alyssa sees that she has a quick assignment to gauge her knowledge going into the course. She takes a look and decides she has time to do this now. Alyssa can also switch over to view due dates and get a sense for what her schedule looks like over the next few months across courses. Students don't keep a daily calendar. We do. Working professionals do. We have daily meetings to keep track of. Most students haven't learned to organize their time. So we provide a deadline view that shows them the key dates and events they need to keep track of at a glance, once again focusing on minimizing anxiety. From the date view, she sees that the deadline for her first big essay on bioethics is due in a few weeks. This is not something she's going to do from her iPhone. BB Student was designed to give students a powerful mobile product they can use to stay on track. The design language, interactions, and overall concept of the mobile experience is consistent with the web-based experience. A few weeks pass, and Alyssa has been busy with her long shifts in her developing nursing career. She returns to her stream and sees a personalized message encouraging her to engage. It isn't negative, and it isn't reprimanding her for being away. It is encouraging and empathetic. She knows that she hasn't been the perfect student for this course, but she didn't realize that she was falling behind. She wants to see how her activity and grades compare with her peers. Grades are on the y-axis, and course activity is on the x-axis. For course activity, we identified a subset of meaningful student interactions. Things like opening a content page, downloading a PDF, writing a discussion board post, and we aggregated them into a single score that we call course activity. Alyssa notices that Dr. Carlson has sent her a message to meet with her later today. Seems like she has some work to do. Now let's rewind a bit and see some of this from Dr. Carlson's perspective. Dr. Carlson gets a message in her stream about how her students are progressing through the course. She sees that some students are falling behind, so she clicks in to see more. From here, she can identify top and bottom performers and reach out to individual students to give help, encouragement, or invite for a conference. Beth invites Alyssa for a conference to discuss steps moving forward. We'll pause their conversation here to discuss some key advances to Blackboard's live conferencing capabilities. We've never left the browser, and Alyssa is participating using her iPhone. Collaborate goes a step further than responsive design and demonstrates adaptive design. It doesn't just respond to the size of the interface, but the interface adapts to the type of content being shared. In this case, it's video content. The uncluttered design automatically brings the video image into main focus. Everything else falls away. Now we are going to shift gears a little. Let's take a look at how Dr. Carlson experiences assignments and grading. When she visits the gradebook, she quickly sees the status of her various classes. At a glance, she can identify what she needs to grade. Let's look at the glucose lab assignment. We can see a list of students who have submitted work. We'll pick up one of the submitted assignments for grading. We've focused our efforts on simplifying grading. A focus on the learner requires that instructors have efficient workflows so they can focus on teaching, not technology. Grading tends to be very personal. Each teacher has her own method and preference. Dr. Carlson prefers to print the essays, mark them up by hand, and then enter all grades directly into the gradebook. Here she switches to the grid view to do her grading. She quickly enters her grades, and when she's done, she posts the grades to the students. They'll get a notification that they have new grades available. And if she wants, she can enter comments directly into the assignment so students can learn more about any given mark she's provided. Next, she receives a notification that her office hours are about to start. She has several students participating today, and she can record the session for any students who are not able to attend. Beth has prepared some slides to guide the participants through some review topics. As Dr. Carlson talks through the slides, she is able to annotate. She can also share a research website by sharing her browser as an application. Notice how easy this is with the visual thumbnails of her different applications. No longer do you have to guess which windows are open and which one is going to display. Beth can also ask one of her students to volunteer to pull up the assignment and walk through it. She can grant the moderator or presenter roles to any of the participants, and she can take more of a facilitation role. With some outreach from Beth and her peers, Alyssa is back on track. As Alyssa progresses through her academic journey at Monument University, she can use the MyEDU profile to demonstrate the skills and competencies she has learned and utilized in her coursework. Alyssa's profile helps her find a great position at St. James Hospital in the pediatric nursing unit. It's close to her hometown and provides great benefits. It's exactly what she was looking for. In fact, it's what she's been working towards ever since her early science fair days. I've shown you a demonstration of the new learning experience. The product lines are blurring as the learning experience is changing. As we create these great new experiences, we're focused on minimizing anxiety of learners. You can also see, as we make decisions that benefit learners, we also support educators so they have more time to do what they do best, to teach. We are excited about the direction of our products and we hope you are too. Thanks for watching.